Good morning, everyone. This is Shikha Sharma, Assistant Professor in Global Institute of Technology College, Jaipur. And technical communication is my subject. And today's topic is LSRW skills. So we are just going to discuss on that. LSRW. As you know, I think that you are very much aware about communication. So here we are talking about technical communication as well. Technical communication is actually the way of communication, but technically. So in that technical era, we just will have to imbibe these four skills in our personality so that technical communication will be very influential to others. What is LSRW? Actually, it is LSRW stands for L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, R stands for reading, and W stands for writing. So LSRW skills are actually very effective in communicating even technically. And if you are just developing these skills, LSRW, then you just can enhance your academic performance, you just can enhance yourself professionally, so you just will be capable enough to communicate with others very easily if you just have imbibed these four skills in your personality. So we are just going to discuss about the ratio of these skills, whatever, and how much actually all the skills and each skill is essential to make you a good communicator, and not a good communicator only, actually to be a good technical communicator. So here it is, listening. Listening plays major role. Listening plays major role to be a very good technical communicator as well as communicator also. In a general language we can say communicator. So here it is 45%. 45% actually role is played by listening. Why and how can you prove this, that listening is the major aspect in all the skills whichsoever just make you a good communicator? Okay, I'm just giving you that example. Uh, in our family, we just all do have somehow, somewhere, kiddos in our family. So these kiddos or these infants, whenever they just take birth on this earth, actually at the time of birth, were they able enough to speak up all the things by themselves? The answer will be no. Why? Because they just haven't learned anything on this earth. They just have arrived over here, and you can say that whenever they just take birth on this earth, so at that time they just will listen all the things gradually. Whenever, yes, sense organs definitely will work over there, so they are not getting the things, but yes, they are hearing the things. Yes, whenever somebody will say baby, just like that, whenever somebody will say ma, whenever somebody will say pa, then definitely then infant will get the things as well. But gradually, by listening or gradually by getting all the things, he or she will be capable enough to add on the alphabets, and then he or she will be capable enough to add words as well, and thus as they just will be able enough to make the sentences, and they just will learn the language. So thus as listening plays a crucial role to make you an effective communicator, because if you are that one whosoever listens carefully, then definitely you just will get all the things accurately, and then you just will have to speak the things perfectly. So the thing is that listening plays a major role. The second one is a speaking. 30% role actually is played by speaking. Listening plays 45% role, speaking plays 30% role, and then the reading and writing. What is reading? What is writing? You know it very well. Whenever we just consume the language, we just absorb the information, that will be called reading. And whenever we are just carving the words on the paper and we are just carving our expressions on the paper, then it will be called writing, on the paper, on the board, on anywhere else, wherever you just want to do that. So that will be called writing. So here these four skills actually play important roles to make us a good personality, being a good communicator. So now I'm just going to discuss about things. Listening skills involve actively paying attention to spoken language. Yes, spoken language. As I just have given the example of that infant. So, spoken language, whatever actually is being spoken in the family, that infant will consume the thing, and then by being a good listener, he or she just will be a good orator or the speaker as well. The second, effective listening skills are essential for understanding and interpreting information. Yes, if we are not listening the things properly, then how can we interpret the things as well? Suppose that I'm just delivering the lecture over here, I'm just telling you all the things, you all are listening over here, okay? But if you are just hearing, not listening, actually hearing and listening both just has a bit difference as well. So if you are hearing, not listening, then you just will not be able enough to interpret the things ke whatever ma'am just has told to us. If you are listening the things properly, then definitely if the question will be asked to you, then definitely you just will be able enough to interpret the things as well, okay? And the third thing is, improving listening skills can be achieved through practice and active engagement in conversations. Improving listening skills can be achieved through practice. You know it very well. Practice makes a man perfect. So it actually will be fine about it. Whenever you just practice repeatedly, so many students, so many persons just say like that we are not able enough to speak in English. Why they are not able enough? Because they are not just practicing to speak. They are not just trying to repeat the things as well. That's why they are not speaking the things. So practice actually is mandatory. If you just want to be a good communicator, then you just want to be a good listener, and you have to be a good listener to achieve the conversation goals, the conversations goals. What are the conversation goals? If we are that much clear to convey our message to other, and we are that much clear to get the message of others, then our conversation goals will be fulfilled. So if you just want to fulfill your conversation goals, you have to practice much. You just have to practice to be a good listener first, okay? The second thing, listening skills actually will be segregated in different forms as well: general, academic, and professional. Here you just can see on the slide. General forms, matlab, you can say that, I mean that if you are just being informal to someone, these will be the general forms. Academic forms, in listening, academic forms, suppose that I'm just delivering the lecture, you are just gazing over the project, and actually that will be the video lecture to all of you. So that will be the academic listening, because you are the listeners over here, but yes, it actually is just included in your academic things. So that will be lectures, seminars, technical presentations, these all will be included in your academic listening. And the third one is professional listening. Professional listening, suppose that I'm at my home, and I'm just sitting over there on the dining table having my dinner with my family members, or at that time if I just will say that, oh yes, hurry up, good morning and good noon all of you, and this is a meeting, actually you just have to sit over there, this actually will not work over there in the family. Why? Because this is not the place wherever you just can conversate with the others formally. So professionally listening, that will be if you are just attending any meeting, if you are just attending any professional presentation, if you are at video conferencing, if you are at conferences, if you are in any professional interaction, so these will be just included in your professional listening. Okay, so here it is. Now the second skill we are just going to discuss. I seriously, I hope that the first one, listening, definitely will be very clear to all of you, whatever listening is and how it plays the important role to be a good communicator as well. The second is speaking. Listening, that means we are consuming the language, we are consuming the words, we are consuming the sentences and ideas. Speaking, that means that vomit, whatever we are just doing, everything, whatever we just tell, everything, whatever we just got earlier, now we are just representing these all things by adding our views even. So that will be called as speaking. Whatever I'm here doing over here, actually whatever I'm doing, I'm not just giving you all the things related to slides. Yes, I'm just adding on with the content of the slides, but in actual I'm just exemplify so many things to make you clear about all the skills. So that will be called speaking. Okay, I just got all the things through books, through presentations, through slides, through ppts or YouTube lectures. I just got all the things. Now I just have to define myself ke how my students will get the things by me. So I'm just delivering the lecture, I'm just orating the things, I'm just speaking the things. That will be called as speaking. Okay, so speaking involves expressing thoughts, ideas and opinions verbally. Same as I'm just expressing my ideas also, I'm just expressing my thoughts also, and verbally I'm just doing. Yes, I'm just taking that aid of techniques also. So that will be called technical representation or technical communication. It is the very much suitable example of technical communication, whatever I'm just doing, because I'm just orating, I'm just delivering the lecture verbally to all of you, but I'm just taking the help of that techniques also. Okay, the second thing is that developing speaking skills can enhance confidence and effective communication. You know it very well. If I'm just standing over there giving the lecture to all of you and actually exemplifying all the things by my perception, so definitely it just boosts up my confidence and effectiveness and influence of my lecture also. If I just will orate all the things whatever has been written on the on the ppts or on the projector actually whatever is running on, so that will not be influential to all of you. Nobody just can relate with all the words and all the things without examples. So speaking, whatever I speak, that will be influential to you, and definitely you just will get all the things with my speaking. Okay, and the third is practicing speaking skills through group discussions and presentations improve fluency. You know it very well how many times I just object to my students to speak up in English and even to speak up in the way of that communication wherever you just will prove yourself a good communicator. So whenever you just discuss the things in group, then definitely you just exchange the ideas of others and even you just put your idea as well. So in that way, with the group discussions, with the presentations, actually you just will boost up your speaking skills. So that is speaking. 30% of a speaking actually is mandatory to be a influential communicator over here. And the third one is reading skill. Reading actually enhances our knowledge. Every information we just will get through reading. Whatever we read, we just inculcate in our mind. Okay, so reading whatever, again the reading is that consumption of language, consumption of ideas, consumption of information, everything whatever we consume, through listening we consume and through reading we consume. Okay, so reading involve comprehending written text and extracting information. Reading, as I told you, collecting information and extracting information or written text. Yes, it is whatever has been written, only to that thing we just read, and we just imbibe that reading in our personality or in our mind. Okay, and reading in skills actually enhances so many things. Whenever it will come on improving the language or improving the things in any language, then we always suggest na to read out the things regularly. Which language you want to learn, in the same language you just have to be a good reader. Either you just want to read books, or you want to read magazines or the newspapers, or anything else, whatever you just want to read, you are free to do that, but in the same language, whichever language you want to learn. Okay, so reading enhances our vocabulary as well. You know, the Hindu newspaper actually just is prescribed to enhance your vocabulary. Even I just did that in my childhood, because I used to read the newspaper regularly, so that's why I just imbibed all the vocabulary, the updated vocabulary in my pronunciation and in my conversation as well. So that whatever it is now, the vocabulary enrichment is mandatory if you just want to be a influensive or good communicator of any language. Then you just have to add on that much vocab of this language to your conversation. Okay, critical thinking. Yes, reading enhances our critical thinking also. I'm just giving you that example of that. I'm the avid reader of novels. So whenever I just used to read novels now, what happens to my mind? Actually, whenever I just read the lines, the images of that lines actually a picturesque, you can say, definitely will be printed on my mind. So that will be the impact of reading. So that enhances your critical thinking also, because it just will make our mind aware to think about the things whatever we are just reading. So it will enhance our critical thinking, vocabulary, and knowledge acquisition. Yes, knowledge acquisition, that means recognition, you can say that in that way. So knowledge acquisition, about which field, about which aspect, about which actually we are reading, we just will enhance the knowledge of that field. So the reading plays that role in our communication. Okay, regular reading practice can improve comprehension and overall language proficiency. You know it very well, till 12th actually you just have the reading comprehensions as well in your examination. Even in the competitive examination ahead also, you just will get all the things. So whatever you just used to do over here, आप वहाँ क्या करते हैं, रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन जब करते हैं, तो whatever actually it enhances in you, reading comprehension actually enhances the way to think. And actually you just will have to follow the skimming and scanning rule over there. If you are not skimming the things, you are not scanning the things, then you don't actually, you won't be a good reader as well. So reading plays that much role in making you a good communicator. Now we are just coming to the last skill as well, writing skill. Whatever role writing skill plays in us, actually whatever has been done earlier in our childhood, or whatever we just have learned in the language, either that was listening or the speaking or the reading. But after all, professionally, if we just talk, we just have to write all the things. You know na कि everything definitely will be based on the papers. If you are a professional, so everything will be on the papers, everything should be on the papers. And how it should be on the papers? If you are not a good writer as well, even you are not able enough to write an application properly, if you are not able enough to write any memo properly, then how can you achieve that higher post, or that these all designation? How can you just complete, or you can just target your works as well, if you are not a good writer of something or of any language? So writing plays an important role. Yes, or by learning all the things, you just will be a good writer. But if you are not a good listener, you are not a good speaker, you are not a good writer, reader even, then how can you be a good writer? So to be a good writer or technical writer, you just have to imbibe these earlier three aspects in your personality, then you will be able enough to write the things. Writing skills involve expressing ideas and information through written text. Okay, so this is there through written text, whatever actually it is, whatever text actually will be given to you, you just have to read out these all things, and then you just have to write down these all things. For example, you all students actually just have got all the lectures as well in the lecture halls for all the subjects, and they just learn through the verbal communication, through the technical presentation, through all the things whatever actually are being just imposed to them. For example, any project or any presentation, they just have to prepare. But at last in examination, whatever you just have to do, you just have to write all the things. So actually this will be the communication as well. Okay, if you are not writing properly in the examination, you were just listening all the things properly, you were just speaking all the things in the class, you were just giving the replies very well, you were just reading the books as well, but you are not writing, you are not expressing your views in the writing form on the answer sheet, then how the marks will be awarded to you? So writing actually is mandatory, and writing skill enhancement is mandatory to make a good communicator or an influencer. Okay, so here it is now. Effective writing skills require clarity, organization, and proper grammar uses. Yes, in reading, yes, we just must know about the pauses also, we just must know about the grammar uses also, but in reading somehow it might be skipped because you are reading. Okay, so it will be skipped, it might be skipped, but in writing, if you just would skip the things as well, the meaning of the sentence, the meaning of your expressions totally will be changed. So the thing is that you just have to make all the things that much clear in writing, that you have to concentrate over the clarity of your writing text, over the grammar uses of your writing text, and how you organize the things. Organization is also must over here. How? Actually, if I'm just writing a job application and I just start writing through the addresser only, through the addresser only, so addresser to the addresser, I'm just writing addresser. Who is the addresser actually? Addresser is the one whosoever is just addressing the things as well. Okay, so I'm just writing with the addresser, and then I just put the address of that sender now. Okay, so are you getting? That organization definitely will be a failure, whosoever will just read this job application, and definitely that will be objected by everyone. So the thing is that organization is mandatory, everything will be organized in the way how you just can be that much clear to express the things as well in front of others. So organization is also compulsory in writing skills. Regular writing practice such as journaling or essay writing can enhance writing proficiency. Yes, if you just want to be proficient in writing, then you just have to make or have to be in the habit of writing essays, even the diaries as well. Again, I'm just giving the example of myself as well. Whenever I was in 8th standard, I used to write diary uh, actually on daily basis, so it enhances. Now whenever or at this age, when I just read those diaries whichsoever actually had been written by me at that age, so many flaws were there, but actually I used to write, so that's why I just corrected myself till this age, and now I just write properly. Okay, so this is writing skill which plays an important role again to be a good communicator. Here writing skills again again same as whatsoever we just have read in listening. All the segregation of listening were there, general, academic and professional. Same segregations are there in writing as well, general, academic and professional. What are general? Writing whatsoever. We used to write letters to our family members in earlier times. Now actually these actually had stopped now, but yes, in earlier times we used to send the letters to our family members. And which kind of letters these were? These were general writing skill, because we don't have to put any formal thing over here. Okay, we just put letters, personal letters. These are the personal letters. If even this time I'm just writing any letter to my nearest dearest one, to my friend, to my family member, then definitely that will be included in general writing. Okay, personal email messages, suppose that mostly mails actually are being done professionally, but if we are just mailing something to our friends or to any group of friends, then definitely we just go with the general writings. Okay, notes are general. Notes actually are included in general writing skill. Why? I'm just delivering the lecture. All the students are just getting the things. They just will prepare the notes by themselves. So these notes definitely will not carry any proper format. Everybody just will write according to them. Everybody will write according to him or her. Uh, a student will find this point important, he just will write that this point. The another student will find not this point, not the same point important, he just will find the another point important, then he just will make the note of this point. So notes are actually included in general writing text. Okay, now I'm just coming to academics. Again, you just attempt answer on the answer sheets every time midterm examination you just give. So these all things are just included in academics. Lab reports, you are just having experiments as well, and then you just make a report related to that experiment. So these lab reports are also included in academics. Okay, abstracts, research papers, scientific articles, classroom notes and lecture notes, these all things are related to academics. So these are included in academic writing skills. These will not be included in the professional, not included in the general as well, because research papers, you are doing the things, you are just enhancing, you are just inculcating the things in your academics. So research papers even will not be included in professionals, these will be included in this one, academic writing skills. Professionals, which are professional writing skills. Professional writing skills, same example, whatever I just told you, resume writing, job application, proposals, business proposals, memos actually are being passed in institutions or organizations. These all memos, or you can say notices, circulars, these all things are included in professional writing skills. So here it is. Now I just want to tell you something related to that. Yes, so we just have read about listening, about speaking, about reading, and about writing. Now I'm just talking about listening or speaking. What it is? Listening actually is called the input of language. Whenever any spoken language is there, then listening will be the input. We are just consuming the language, we are just consuming the words as well, and by listening we just speak. I just have given the example of an infant. Till the age he or she will not be able enough to speak, whenever he or she will not be able enough to listen properly. If he or she is listening all the things, all the alphabets, all the words, all the sentences, then gradually he just will learn how to speak. So speaking will be called as the output of this input. Okay, so listening, then speaking, and input is listening and output is speaking. So that is the thing. Again, the same thing I'm just telling you over here, same as in reading and writing. Reading and writing. Yes, here it is reading. Whenever we are consuming the information, consuming the ideas, whenever we are getting the knowledge, this is called reading. So reading kya hua? This is input. It's an input. And writing is the output. Same as you just read for whole of the session of any year, and then you just will attempt the question paper, you just will write all the things, okay, whatever you just have learned through the year. So that will be called output. Okay, so here it is. Now we just are going to we are just going to wind up the session now. I hope that everybody just got the things properly, how these four skills are important. Yes. So, importance of LSRW skills, as I just told you earlier even, these plays the vital role in your academic success, in your professional success as well. This is, I think that these all things are very clear to all of you. Everything is there. Importance of workplace. Definitely LSRW plays a vital role in academics, in professionally, in society, at our workplace. And these all things just will enhance all the things in us to collaborate the team environments wherever we just work, and practice speaking regularly through conversations and presentations and debates. Diverse range of materials. If we read, we just analyze the things and we just interpret the contents perfectly, and then we will be the good communicator as well. Up now we just will continue this lecture, these skills, in another lecture. So thank you so much. Have a good day.